when it comes to Halloween, we have a lot of things that is relatively good. Like, zombies, werewolves, Draculas, vampires, Lord of the Undead, creatures from the Black Lagoon and everything. And I think I found the perfect thing, or the perfect anime to kind of get into that Halloween spirit or season. So, welcome, Ghouls and Goblins. I'm Lazy Universe, and welcome to Lazyween as we're going to take a look at Princess Resurrection, a lesser known anime series that I actually own. To be fair, when I actually talked about this on Twitter, there was only one person that also heard of Princess Resurrection, so it kind of makes you think that that Princess Resurrection is exactly what you would think that it is. It's kind of a lesser known, anime series. I mean, you could talk to anybody about any other animated series that I own, but this one, it seems to be one of those ones that not a lot of people have heard of. So, hopefully, with this review and word of mouth, that it'll get around. And Princess Resurrection is actually great because it's Halloween themed, so it fits the theme of Lazywing quite frequently. And of course, we get introduced into our main hero. That's actually his name. That is not a joke. His name is actually Hero. And our main mistress, the Princess Resurrection in question, Hime. And it actually turns out that Hero in the series, in the first episode, he ends up dead. That's right, our main anime protagonist is dead within the first 10 minutes. Why? Who knows? He tried to save Hime's life, so Hime kind of spares him in a sense. For those unaware, Hime is a ghoul that can control her life or her servant, which she happens to make Hero her servant, her loyal servant to protect her no matter what. And this series is straight up freaking Halloween porn for people. I mean, seriously, you cannot go 5 minutes into this anime without some kind of Halloween porn happening to some capacity. Because right after they deal with a horde of werewolves, they have to deal with a poltergeist problem in their house. Yeah, that's not actually a joke, they actually deal with a poltergeist. How about an episode with a sexy vampire? Sexy werewolf world. Yeah, we can get that. There's also a sexy vampire that ends up in the series, but whatever that you want, we got your Halloween porn ready. Honestly, I love this team in this because it feels like that Monster Squad TV show, where the monsters were like all superheroes, or either that or the DC Comics Creature Commandos, because it's really weird. You have a ghoul, you have an android. I know androids aren't necessarily scary, but we have an android that follows Hime around. I forget her name, but she's a little short blonde robot who always says Hyuga. We have a werewolf girl, we have a vampire girl, and then we have a dead guy that keeps being resurrected because of he keeps dying so easily. He even falls like 3 feet from a tree, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm dead. Oh wait, I'm back to life now." It's just so weird, but the comedy in this is so quirky, and it's like the creators behind the series, or even the mangaka behind the manga series that it's based on, must have had so much fun thinking up weird scenarios. And I mean, anything that you can think of, they throw into the series. They deal with ghosts, they deal with high school. Hey, high school is scary, man. Did you not see what happened in the High School of the Dead manga review? High school can be scary. Look at me. I went through high school. High school is scary. I can admit this to my younger audience. High school is really damn scary. But, they deal with ghosts. They deal with vampires. They deal with hordes of the undead. There's even an episode where they deal with the creature from the Black Lagoon. And the creature from the Black Lagoon, all that he wanted, and eventually after she fights him too, I forget her name, the werewolf girl, is that all that he wanted was just a date with the werewolf girl. Anime is weird, if you could not tell. But Princess Resurrection, the plot kind of goes all over the place, but there's always something different for the team to handle, which I didn't find too bad, and it didn't really get out of hand or anything. It's just that, in this week, the team will be dealing with a werewolf, and this week they'll be dealing with a ghost, and this week they'll be dealing with a poltergeist. It keeps going in different random directions, but the problem is that I never found myself seeing a bad or boring episode of Princess Resurrection. The fact is, in the matter is that it's all wonderful, and the cast and characters are great. Like I said, this is a rag band team of Monster Squad or even Power Rangers worthy, or even, like I said, Creature Commandos, and a lot of people are going, Creature Commandos? go to Google. Well, first pause this video. Go to Google, look up Creature Commandos, come back. You know who the Creature Commandos are now. But it's a nice little rag band team that work together, and it's mostly women with one boy. So it's like, we have the ghoul princess who cannot die. We have the robot lady. We have a werewolf. We have, well, technically she fights Blade. She's half werewolf, half human. We have a vampire. And then we have a guy that can die and then come back. So he's kind of like Zombie Man from One Punch Man. It's like, he can die, but then he like resurrected. So technically, in a sense, he's immortal, but he can't keep throwing his soul around, according to Hime or Princess Resurrection in this case, because the more that he throws his soul around, the more that she has to end up saving him, and it's not really a good thing that she tells him. So it's sort of like in Dark Souls, where the more that you die, the worse it becomes, kind of deal thing. So it kind of feels like the premature, like, mother of Dark Souls. Before Dark Souls could run, we had to have Princess Resurrection teach it to walk. And again, every episode is just great. They have different ideas, a different approach into different anime ideas for different episodes. And it's all great how it plays out. There is never once a problem that I find myself in with this anime where I found myself hating it, because there never was a moment where I had to go, yeah, I hate this. No, I actually love it. Like I said, the plot kind of goes all over the place, and it just is hilarious for the ways that it can go. But truthfully, it's not bad in that regard. It makes it even more watchworthy. A lot of the stories have very unique ideas and really interesting characters who do come into play for the anime, and then later on, they end up being gone, but you still remember them. And Princess Resurrection, especially right now during the Lazyween season or the Spoopy season, or do people really say Spoopy anymore? Is that a thing? Well, anyway, during the October season, Princess Resurrection really deserved to be watched, and I was lucky to find my copies sealed with the plastic still on them, never been opened, at my thrift store for $3 a piece. I don't know about online. I think that online they demand outrageous prices, but it just goes to show you that I got more than I bargained for, truthfully. Like these, even though they were $3, can't complain. It feels like I should have gotten more of my money's worth, so to speak. Because even though it's great, it's like I would have paid, sincerely, more money for what I own in my collection right now. And I am never getting rid of these, mind you. But Princess Resurrection is, again, just damn great because it's like, what spooky and supernatural thing can we throw into an episode of Princess Resurrection? Like, in Dragon Ball, Goku's always fighting somebody, and Sailor Moon, there's always something happening and there's always something to fight. When it comes to Bleach, there's always an adventure to be had. With Shaman King, there's always like a ghost being captured at the end of the day. With Yu-Gi-Oh, there's always somebody losing a duel. With Death Note, there's always somebody dying. So with Princess Resurrection, they're like, what can we use from the world of the supernatural and paranormal? And it's like, they find some of the most unique concepts ever imagined in an anime. And I know that I should talk about like some of my favorite episodes. I can save that for a top 10 at some point. But sincerely, this anime, I almost said anime. This anime really does deserve more credit than what it's worth. I mean, and the one that I have, unfortunately, is the Japanese dub with the English subtitles. I don't know if an English dub exists. I have no idea. But these are the versions that I own, and I don't mind reading the subtitles because, like I said before, I'm hearing impaired, and I can't really listen and this thing too good. So that's why I always have subtitles on when I'm like watching a movie, playing a game. It helps make things easier and maintain the focus. But god damn it, with Princess Resurrection and such unique ideas going into it every episode to episode to episode. This team really deserves more credit than what they have because they took an idea and they just ran with it. Anything and everything that was possible in the world of horror showed up in this anime. They even have the most terrifying thing ever in the world, ever to reach the realm of anime. Nerds! Lock up your children, quiver in fear. The nerds have come. They have returned. Pale, white, pathetic creatures who wear glasses and wait a second. I feel like I should be insulted and that I don't know why. Yes, there's actually an episode where the team of heroes have to deal with nerds. This idea is just hilarious in of itself. There is also a nerd who wears glasses who just happens to be a fan of big boobs, and once he gets Hero's sister's boobs shoved into his face, he passes out. A nerd with glasses who is addicted to big-breasted opis who just so happens to faint at just the mere sight of them. Why do I feel like I've been insulted, but I've been insulted in the best of ways? Because this sounds vaguely familiar. I know someone like this, but who could it be? If you get the chance or you have the time, I really recommend checking out Princess Resurrection. It's awesome, it's hilarious, it's funny, and also it straight up has a bunch of horror gore for everybody for the Halloween season. Depending on if you can find it, depending on if you can find the English dub if it's possible, depending on whatever that you can do, please check out this anime. With that being said, however, it might be an acquired taste before people actually get used to this anime or check it out, but I just recommend checking it out even if you want something to watch during the Halloween season. Also, for parents out there that are like, is this great for kids? Yeah, there's hardly any gore or violence in the series. There's some adult material, but that might fly over the kids' head, or you can watch it by censoring them. Either way, I highly, for highest regards, recommend Princess Resurrection to you, especially for this Lazyween season. You really should check it out. It's a really superb anime. Like I said earlier in the video, though, Princess Resurrection had one of the best casts that you can find in any anime. The cast is really great. The team of heroes is a rag band team, and they argue constantly, but it makes it even more funnier. The stories are inventive, and also some are really fucking terrifying. There's an episode where a doctor wants to operate on Hero so he can, I think it would find out like the source of his superpower or whatever, and he actually was tempted to cut the damn boy open Reanimator style and then bring him back to life. If that doesn't sound terrifying or skin cringy or skin crawling, I don't know what does. And yeah, I do happen to own D2 Collections, which is how you can probably find it. It is done also by Sentai Filmworks, which I have never heard of. But yeah, I really will recommend Princess Resurrection if you can find it. And that's a big keyword, if. And also, if it is expensive online, like I said, I don't know. So you're free to search yourself, my children. So thank you guys so much for watching. I believe the universe. I believe you're nerdy. Keep eating on and stay spooky. And next time, Lazyween will continue. We are going back to the good days of movies. Unfortunately, I think that I have to get one of these movies out of the way, and the sooner the better. Oh, the movie for Friday is going to be hard to get through. I don't want to say what it is, but let's see if I can try to sugarcoat it for some of my viewers who might be religious. We're going to talk about a movie starring Demi Moore and Jürgen Prochnow about the coming of the apocalypse and the second coming of the Messiah. And this is a horror movie. I feel that I'm going to offend some people, so I'm going to put in a warning for that review when it comes up. But I want to get it done and over with, and it's probably one of the worst horror films that I have ever seen. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Blade Universe of Art Nerdy. Be sure to follow me at Twitter with the link in the description down below if you want to see anything that I'm working on. And just be forewarned, I will have a warning in front of that video before I actually do it, and hopefully that everything goes swimmingly in that review, and hopefully that it is not too offensive to people that watch it. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Blade Universe of Art Nerdy. Take care, and as always, happy Lazyween, and stay spooky. And dear God, Friday is going to be quite the hell to get through.